Beats Planet.
Yo, what's cracking, folks? Voch Lombardi, Doski Woski, the Peasky is free. It's very much implied at this point. What's good? We're gonna do some NFL draft talk tonight. We got this mock draft. Some I planned on doing in case y'all ain't hear me say this last time. I know a lot of y'all like mock drafts. Y'all like to analyze mock drafts. You know, see who's going first, who possibly is gonna fall to second, and my thoughts on these things. Well, I don't like doing mock drafts. I think they trash. They trash. They're hard to do. They're ridiculous and unreasonable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take other people's mock drafts, and then we're going to talk about how ridiculous and weird and unreasonable they are. All right? We got a weird little Todd McShay mock draft today. For everybody that's tuned in. Got a weird little Todd McShay joint, his 2.0 situation. And I'm getting it by way of Reddit because I ain't paying $8 for the ESPN joint. You know what I mean? So first of all, let me run up in the chat box, see who's up in here. And then we'll run it for the cardio. We'll just get in and get out. And we also gonna have film afterwards. We're gonna have film after the show. So y'all stay tuned for that. So we're gonna just me setting the plate right now. We're going to talk about the mock draft, piece by piece. Not gonna get into his description of things because I got my own damn description. I know these players as well, and I guess we'll take some Q&A from the chat box and we'll watch some film afterwards. All right. First pick, Nick Bosa. There's no question there. There's no quarrels. No there's nothing to talk about here. Nick Bosa, number one. Even though I feel like Quentin Williams is the best player in the draft, and I stand by that. Been saying it for a while. It's been in the title of my video for a minute. But some would say that Nick is a little more valuable. So we'll just let him, we'll let him fly because he's an edge guy. But I feel like Quentin Williams is the guy. But Nick Bosa, number one, easy peasy. Now, there's really gonna be a conversation ahead with this number 2 pick here. Okay. Because I feel like Quentin Williams is a better player than Josh Allen. I feel like Quentin is close to Nick, right? As far as who's the best of the best, I feel like there are 3 elite players for real. And Quentin and Nick are 1A and 1B. And I think Josh is clearly the third best of those two. But shouts out to the homie Lieutenant Dan. We like to talk about Sarf all the time. You know what I mean? Like where are these guys gonna fit on my team? They may be great, but where do they go when I plug them in? Okay. I feel like San Francisco has drafted D linemen every year except last year when they took Mike McGillicuddy. You know what I'm saying? But before that, like they went to go get Armstead, Buckner, and Solomon Thomas, So maybe you can't take Quentin Williams right there, but damn, you find somewhere for that dude to play. That's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. You find somewhere for Quentin Williams to play because Quentin Williams is ridiculous. He's the best player in this draft, in my opinion. You find somewhere for him. It's interesting to see this new Josh Allen thing because people got Josh Allen more as a linebacker than an edge guy. And I think that's pretty weird. I think Josh Allen is a pure edge guy. Some people talking about playing him at linebacker. That's interesting to me. I don't know. I'm not really making that proclamation. I actually saw somebody say, hey, if Josh Allen doesn't work out at edge, then he'll be a good linebacker. I'm like, where you see that at? I'm like, where you looking at that at? Like I like Josh Allen, but he's a outside linebacker, as in he's an edge rusher. Like he pass rushing. I don't see Josh Allen playing linebacker, but I don't know. That's just my thoughts there. But if the Oakland Raiders can somehow get Quentin Williams to number 4, they should run to the board. That's just my opinion. They should run to the podium right now with Quentin Williams on the on their draft sheet or whatnot. But this is something that's interesting to me, though. You know, we're doing these mock drafts, but we got to think about how much these guys like these quarterbacks. You know, you got to think about is somebody willing to move up to go get Haskins? I don't think so, because I'm not that big of a fan of Haskins to just trade picks and move up. But the Cards, Niners, Jets, allegedly Raiders all have their quarterbacks, right? So would somebody trade up in these top few or so picks to get Haskins? You know what I mean? And it's interesting. It's interesting to me because any change messes up this whole deal here, right? Like if a quarterback goes, like if Arizona trades out and a quarterback goes there, then Nick Bosa clearly goes to San Fran. The Jets, well, I think Jets clearly go Quentin there, but then you know what I'm saying, like everything gets bumped down, so that's going to be interesting to talk about there. But I skipped the Jets pick on purpose because I got a few quarrels. How you doing, Miss Jackie? I got a few quarrels about this third pick right here. Rashawn Gary, third overall, is madness to me. Madness. Everything about this pick just don't make sense to me. Let me read this. Henry Anderson is a free agent, and Leonard Williams has 1 year left on his contract. So defensive end is a need for Gang Green. Gary had, you know what? Let me tell you. You see how long Nick Bosa's paragraph is and how long Josh's is. Then go look at how long Quentin's is, and Rashawn's is 2 sentences. Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. I like Rashawn Gary, but he's not a better football player than Quentin Williams. It ain't close. Boy, if I was a Jets fan, I'd be hot if Rashawn Gary was taken before Quentin Williams. Quentin Williams is the only player in this top 5 or so that I ain't got no questions about. Chat box, y'all can help me out because I got y'all pulled up just in case. If anybody got any questions about Quentin Williams, post them now. I don't really know where Rashawn Gary gonna play. I don't really know about if Nick Bosa can stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's other little conversations to be had about that. Some people have questions about Josh Allen. I ain't really, Josh, I ain't got no problems with that. But Quentin has no question marks. He's about as solid, in my opinion, as sure of a pick as you can go here. And you pass him up for Rashawn Gary. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. Look at their reasoning. And Leonard Williams has 1 year left on his contract. Boy, if Leonard Williams ain't going to be on your team, boy, it's so good to plug another Williams in right there. You plug Quentin in right there, you good to go. Or you re-sign Leonard and put Quentin on the other side because I feel like Quentin Williams is good enough to 2-gap for you. In my opinion, Quentin Williams can play 0. He can play 1, 3. And if you just happen to be in a 3-4 and need a defensive end, you need a 4-eye player. Boy, Quentin Williams can play 4-eye. Why? Because out of everybody on this list, I mean, maybe like Nick Bosa, everybody on this list, Quentin Williams got the best hand control out of all of them. He's probably the best 2-gap player out of everybody at the top of this draft. Jets with your 3-4 running ass. You want to know who's the worst? Who's the worst 2-gap player on this list? Rashawn damn Gary, because he don't use his hands. Rashawn Gary is an attack player. You put Rashawn Gary in B-gap, in my opinion. Some people going to put him in C. That's fine with that. He's athletic enough to play C-gap, and I don't want y'all to think I'm saying Rashawn Gary trash. He just shouldn't be right here. Okay? You put Rashawn Gary in B-gap and tell him to go tear stuff up, and that's what he gonna do. You put Quentin Williams anywhere. You put Quentin Williams in A-gap and say, yo, Quentin, get double team, cause a lot of just clog all this up. Quentin, okay, coach. You put Quentin Williams in A-gap, yo, Quentin, same thing, but get a little more upfield this time, get a little athletic. Yes, coach. You put Quentin in B-gap, say, Quentin, don't worry about your hands, just get upfield and be nasty. He can do it. You put Quentin at 4, Quentin, shoot your hands, control this tackle, then control B and C-gap. I got you, coach. Quentin does all that. We don't even know what position Rashawn Gary can play. And let me be fair. What is Rashawn Gary better at Quinnen Williams at? Rashawn is more explosive than Quinnen. Rashawn can beat Quinnen in a foot race. Rashawn is, did I say explosive? He's fast. All that. But Rashawn got a lot of D-line to play. And I like Rashawn Gary. He shouldn't be here, though. He shouldn't be in that scheme, and he shouldn't be over Quinnen damn Williams. That's my thoughts. Boy, the Raiders lucked up. Boy, they should run to the podium if the Jets pick Rashawn Gary and leave Polo Quinnen on the board. Boy, the Raiders came up if they pull that off. Anyway, let me scroll up a little bit. Let me read what he said about Quinnen Williams. Look at this. They said two things about Rashawn Gary. They said two things: good size and athleticism with explosive closing burst. That's what they got to say about the third overall pick right there. Okay, let's look at what Quinnen Williams. Let's see what he got to say about Quinnen Williams. 13 sacks in 2018. As one of the two most talented prospects in this class, Williams will make an immediate impact with his first step and penchant for dropping guys in the backfield. Let's start the rebuild with an elite prospect. Boy, you can tell how different he talking about Quinnen than how he talking about Rashawn. That's why I don't fool with the draft Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they said about Nick. Look no further than the Chargers. Come on. Look no further? Look no further is madness. That's insane. Expect Nick to play defensive end, but get some snaps standing up. Either way, Bosa will collect offensive He will collect offensive tackles? That's madness. He's collecting people. By using his length, speed, and power, he could get double-digit sacks as a rookie. Damn. Boy, y'all smoking or joking. I like when they put stats in there because that means something right here when they put stats up in here. Allen blew up offensive linemen all season en route to 17 sacks, 21 and a half tackles for a loss for the Wildcats. Ooh, he could line up as defensive end in this 4-3 system. Boy, oh boy, if he tacks on some weight. Boy, look at all that analysis. Let's see what they say about Rashawn Gary. Only has good size and athleticism with an explosive closing burst. Boy, come on, Todd. Who you fooling, Todd? Who you think you fooling, Todd? Get the hell out of here, man. Jonah Williams. I like Jonah Williams. I'm with that. I'm with Jonah Williams. Hey, man, you gotta if you're gonna keep Jameis Winston, you've got to protect Jameis Winston. I'm fine with that. If you're going to be bad this year and, like go get Tonga Valoa next year or something, or go get one of those other guys, and you would want an offensive lineman to keep those guys safe. So, I get it. It's cool. I'm with that. I'm with you on that. Dwayne Haskins to the Giants, I feel you, but they flat out acting like they ain't got an offensive line problem. They don't pay me to fix the Giants because I'm a Cowboy guy. But how about you just draft the best offensive lineman again? Be bad. And go get a quarterback next year when quarterbacks are really good. But if they want to get Dwayne Haskins, cool. Go get Dwayne Haskins. As a Cowboys fan, I'm fine with you taking Dwayne Haskins. Not saying Dwayne's trash, but I sure don't want to play some of those other guys. I really got to look at. So I'm looking at offensive tackles right now, and let me go ahead and just say I'm dropping the Greg Little film session after I do this. It's gonna premiere on my channel. I'm dropping the Greg Williams joint, so everybody stay tuned for that. Should be good and ready to go. So after we're done here, we're gonna run over to the premiere and watch Greg Little together. But I'm cramming offensive line in right now. I'm gonna look at Cajuste and Andre Dillard and all those guys, and really get a good grasp of these tackles here. But I'm looking in the chat box. Knowledge 304, he says, I'm taking Cody Ford over Jonah Williams. I feel you. You know. But it is what it is. Incognito says, exactly what is Jeffrey Simmons' character issue supposed to be? Supposed to hit a woman once, but is there more? Yeah, man. So when Jeffrey Simmons was a young lad, when he was 18 or so, maybe 17, going on 18, and he committed to Mississippi State. Right when he committed to Mississippi State, there's this young woman on his block in his hood. She was real spicy. She disrespected his deceased family members, and she threatened his other child family member, like a little girl or something, like a 12-year-old girl or something like that. So Jeffrey Simmons, he did the right thing by calling his sister or his auntie to come beat the girl up. For those of you that don't live in the hood, that's the right thing to do. If I got into an altercation with a woman, I don't hear women. I'm going to call my cousins or some other lady to come whoop her ass. That's what we do on the block, right? But it's unfortunately Jeffrey Simmons got involved as well. And not only did he hit the girl, but when the girl was on the ground, he kind of kept punching on the girl when she was on the ground. And it looks really bad. It looks really, really bad. But it wasn't a character issue. It was more like he made a mistake when he was 17 and a half years old, and he's been a model citizen at Mississippi State ever since. And he's been he's not allowed to come to the combine because of that, which is trash in my opinion. But yes, he had that one issue when he was a young lad, when he was a young teenager. So he's a grown ass man now, and I think he's moved on past that. I just hate that I know they're gonna pull the whole Joe Mixon thing. You know, this man is gonna put all the BS behind him, and he wants to play football, but on the biggest day of his life, they're gonna play the video across the screen, and that's kind of shitty to me. But whatever. You know what I mean? Let's keep running for the cardio. Giants get a quarterback, not offensive line, but I'm with it. But Jeffrey Simmons to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't really know about this pick because I feel like they just drafted my mans from Florida last year. I kind of learn a draft class and forget a draft class when the new class is here. So if y'all want to refresh me on my mans from Florida, the 3-tech that got drafted by Jacksonville last year, that'll be love. Taven Bryan, it's on the screen. My bad. I'm bugging. Taven Bryan. So what? Hold on. This is a tough call. It would be their second straight year using the first-round pick on defensive tackle. Come on, my guy. Simmons would be a good addition if Malik Jackson. Oh boy. Boy, Todd McShay just gonna hit us with. Boy, Todd McShay will be good at this one. He'll be great at this job. The second year straight they draft for 3-tech, boy. I feel you, Todd McShay. I don't think Jacksonville go Jeffrey Simmons, my dude. But it is what it is. Greedy Williams in Detroit, they can use some cornerback help, so I ain't mad at that. Jawan Taylor being the second tackle off the board. I'm gonna watch film on Jawan Taylor. I've been seeing a lot of hype on him. We'll see. We'll cross that road when he get there. And that's what I like about me. I'm not going to jump out on the ledge when I don't know. my man Drake says, here's a Drake line for everything. My man Drake says, it's not about who did it. It's not about who did it first. It's about who did it right. Preach. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to be first. I haven't seen tape formally on Jawan Taylor. But he's the right tackle at Florida. Martez Ivy is the left tackle. I got to watch both those guys. But that video is coming soon. Probably coming this week. But I ain't mad at Buffalo. Boosting up their offensive line. I think offensive linemen are hard to come across, and I think whenever you can get one, go get one. DeAndre Baker in Denver. Matt Saffo's got the right idea. That's the exact Drake lyric I'm talking about. I would imagine Broncos go quarterback at some point, but hey, who am I? Who knows? But DeAndre Baker, hey, we'll see. Cody Ford, I really like Cody Ford, man. Boy, I really like Cody Ford. Y'all go watch my video on Cody Ford. I like the kid, man. It's a scary good move for Green Bay if they get Devin White. I would really like that move for them. I don't like Green Bay. But they've made the appropriate steps to bolster their D-line and their corners, so they got to be able to stop the run. Man. I wouldn't have a problem with them going inside linebacker here. Or, I mean, they go edge right here if there's an edge guy that they like. I see Cleveland Farrell hasn't been taken yet, so that's another interesting look to look at. Somebody in my chat box, tell me how many people I got watching live right now. But Green Bay adding help on that defense that's already fast. They got 3 young corners that can play, man. They got Josh Jair and Kevin King. That's ridiculous. So they just going to bolster that little nickel package, put Devin White at one of the little cornerbacks right there and play defense. I like the pick for them. So I feel you on that. And Kyler Murray to the Miami Dolphins. Hey, man, if y'all, Look, let me just tell you something. Right here it says Kyler Murray is undersized at 5'10". Hey, man, Kyler Murray might be like 5'8". Let's just get that out the way. Kyler Murray might be 5'8", 175. He's 2 inches shorter than Baker Mayfield. He's 25 pounds smaller than Russell Wilson. That's a real conversation we got to have, That's a real conversation we got to have. Kyler Murray going this early, fam, I don't know. He can throw, but he little bitty. Boy, he's so little bitty. You know what I mean? But we'll cross that road whenever we get there. Ed Oliver to the Falcons. That's something that's been happening a bunch, and I know every time Lieutenant Dan sees it, it makes him sick. Let me see if Atlanta is able to lock up for Edge and Jared. Dexter Lawrence is also an option. I don't think Dexter Lawrence is a 14th overall guy. I think that's a bit much for him. But even if Oliver slides down the draft board, his ability to disrupt and burst out of his stance is fun to watch. The Falcons were okay, cool. Okay, cool. I don't mind Ed Oliver here. You just got to put him in the right system. You can't attack Ed Oliver like, pardon me, you can't play Ed Oliver like you would play Quentin Williams. You know what I mean? Those are 2 totally different players. You know what I mean? You look at Quentin Williams, like I said, you can put him anywhere. He's versatile enough to play in any system. I think Ed Oliver can only play in a B-gap system. And, man, don't get me started on these goof-ass hoes out here talking about playing Ed Oliver at outside linebacker. Get your dumb ass out of here, bro. Please. Ed Oliver is nothing but a B-gap player. That is it. I know Houston plays him at 0 sometimes. Well, you can do that in college. College is like super high school. Just put your best player over the center and tell him to run. You can do that. But these hoes got me messed up. I don't even know the damn dude name because I don't watch TV like that. But putting Ed Oliver ass at outside linebacker is ridiculous. How you going to put a 291-pound man in linebacker? He 271. Shit. You don't know where the hell you're going to put Ed Oliver at. Ed Oliver's falling. He's not falling. He's being placed appropriately. The draft Illuminati did this. The draft Illuminati hyped Ed Oliver up. I remember watching Ed Oliver as a freshman. I was like, man, you better learn how to use his hands. I remember watching Ed Oliver as a sophomore. I was like, you better learn how to use his hands. He's a junior and he still don't use his hands. Now he falling. Please. Oh, no, my guy. Ed Oliver is nowhere close to 291. No, sir. Oh, no, sir. If he ends up 291, he's going to lose out on a lot of that speed, famo. And that's what he's good at right now. If Ed ends up 291 in the pre-draft process, oh, boy, he's shit out of luck. Oh, he's shit out of luck. If he develops and goes to one of these NFL programs and they give him a peanut butter sandwich and a dumbbell and he grows and becomes stronger, I'm fine with that. He grows, becomes stronger, and he naturally puts on muscle weight and he ends up 280-something, then I'm fine with Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver could be elite in the National Football League. But prospect-wise, get out of here, man. We're not doing this. Boy, we're not doing this, Draft Illuminati. You won't lead me astray, Draft Illuminati. Hollywood Brown to the Redskins. Well, let's not act like they ain't got a quarterback problem. Let's not act like they ain't got a quarterback issue. Washington really wants a receiver, and Brown is an absolute burner despite being 5'9". Despite being 5'9", he can win vertically and has shown the ability to pluck the ball away. He can pluck the ball away from his body as he rips along in the fifth gear. Boy, Hollywood Brown. The Redskins will keep an eye on quarterback Alex Smith's injury, but Brown makes sense here for a team that needs to put a spark on offense. You want to know the best way to spark an offense? Quarterback. Especially when Alex Smith's leg broke. I pray a speedy recovery for Alex Smith. But my guy, Redskins probably going to draft a quarterback at some point, and that'll be it. You know what I mean? That'll probably be it. I don't think the Redskins drafted Marquise Hollywood Brown, Todd McShay. Boy, I ain't criticize Mel Kiper draft like this, Todd McShay. Come on, Todd McShay. Cleveland Farrell at 16 to Carolina. I can see it. The Panthers didn't go quarterback. The Panthers didn't get to quarterback. Okay, they didn't get to quarterbacks, like sack quarterbacks. Okay, your wording was strange. They didn't get to the quarterback in 2018. And although they can address the free agency, there's a whole defensive end. Okay, I'm cool with Cleveland Farrell. I'm cool with Cleveland Farrell. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Christian Wilkins at 17. I feel like they just drafted a 3-tech. I could be wrong here. Boy, look, seeing the Browns draft at 17 is madness. That is madness seeing them boys draft at 17, boy. That is ridiculous. Good job to the Browns. But Christian Wilkins, I'm with it. If you want to bolster that Browns defense, I'm with that. I think the Browns should be looking at wide receiver. In my opinion, I think the Browns defense will be fine. I think the Browns defense is they can always use a guy like Christian Wilkins. I'm not mad at the pick, but I'm trying to give Antonio Callaway and my man's Jarvis Landry some help. I want to give Baker Mayfield a damn Corvette to ride in. You know what I mean? Either that or I think they found an offensive line too. They could probably draft a tackle. I know they drafted a tackle last year. My man's from I just forget everybody's name when I'm on to a new class. I apologize, but I'll think about it. Whatever, but. They drafted a guy, but they still got a hole at left tackle, in my opinion, because they got my man Joe Thomas up out of there. I want Baker Mayfield to be comfortable. You know what I mean? But Christian Corbett, thank you, Corbett. Yes, Austin Corbett, sure, Austin Corbett. Thank you from obscure state, Penn State, some Jersey, I don't know, but yeah, they got Austin Corbett. I think he ended up playing right tackle for them. But if it was me, I would like to give Baker Mayfield some help, man. But I'm not mad at the whole Christian Wilkins pick. I ain't mad at that at all. Do your thing, Playboy. I ain't mad at you. Montez Sweat to the Minnesota Vikings. I know my bro Sadie Fresh is pissed off at this. Nevada, thank you. I know my bro Sadie Fresh is pissed off at this because he really wanted some offensive line up in Minnesota, and I do think that's the way to go, especially on account that Kirk Cousins is getting paid $85 some odd $1 million over a few years or so. Yeah, man. I'm trying to protect Kirk Cousins. I like Montez Sweat, and I do anticipate like a run on defenders right around this time. But I'm trying to get some offensive line up in here, man. With the 3 top offensive linemen off the board. Okay, reaching for Greg Little is possible, but doubtful. Minnesota turns to defensive end and grabs Montez Sweat, even though they got Daniil Hunter and Everson Griffin. Off the edge. You can never have enough pass rushers. He wants Minnesota to draft a rotational pass rusher. At 18. Cool. I ain't mad at it. I like Montez Sweat, but people think I hate Montez Sweat. I like Montez Sweat. I just think Montez got a lot of D-line to learn. I think he got a lot of edge guy. He needs a lot of polish. He needs to string those moves together, how to use his hands a little bit, how to rush with a plan. But you just take Montez's length alone, boy. Boy, Montez's length alone get him wins out here, man. But he does absolutely got a lot of D line to learn. In case you are brand new here, not brand new, but in case you just made it to the live stream a little late, we're gonna have film after this. We're gonna watch Greg Little. I'm going to grind on my offensive lineman this week. I'm going to drop Kajus, and we're going to look at Taylor, Dillard, and all those guys. So Elgin Jenkins from Mississippi State, he's a center. So I'm really gonna grind these offensive linemen out. So stay tuned for that. I'm dropping Greg Little after this, and after I get through the stream, I'll probably do a little Q&A for 5 minutes just to kind of check on the live stream, see what y'all doing. Holla at the chat box. Boy, I like TJ Hockenson, man. I like TJ Hockenson, man. I dropped the film session on TJ Hockenson last night. Y'all go check that. Man, oh man, that dude's good. I need some weed to fall out that dude pocket so he can fall to my team. Man, I need TJ Hockenson to rob a bank, like set it off. He need to tap Roger Goodell pockets and take his money, steal his wallet, because I want TJ Hockenson on my team so bad. Somebody in my chat box right now, please go to Iowa and smoke some weed with him, put a mask on his face, and take a picture from the kitchen so he won't see you. Take a picture from the kitchen. Please, and drop that thing right before draft day so his stock can fall so he can go to my damn Dallas Cowboys. Boy, I like TJ Hockenson. And boy, if he go to the Tennessee Titans, man, they got one. Miss Scouting Pro saying, just saying, hey, Voch, I just shared a video with Chris on Dane Brooklyn. And okay, cool. Thank you, Miss Scouting Pro. Salute to you very much. Thank you for getting the word out. But, man, I want TJ Hockenson on my team so damn bad, man. It's not even close. Man, let me get the dude off the screen, man. So I don't even want to look at him, man. Let me just look at him one more time. TJ Hockenson, tight end, IO. Okay, let me just get him off the screen, man. I don't even want to look at him. Tight end number 1, the best one in the class. Devin Bush, I like him. There's a void in the Steelers linebacker core with Ryan Shazier. Bush is athletic. Sure. Bush probably. I think Bush got an instinct problem though. Bush is very athletic. He'll probably end up playing will linebacker from somebody. But as far as like Shazier like instincts, nah, he ain't really got them. But I do believe that addressing the linebacker position is going to be a thing at some point for them. Because Shazier, Shazier probably ain't gonna play ball for them no more. Now there is they've shown these clips of him walking around. I think he's jogging now or something like that, and that's all positive, man. But playing football again, who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? I don't know. But I would really like to see Shazier play ball again, but you got to be able to cover yourself. So Pittsburgh Steelers, I don't mind you going to draft Devin Bush there. I ain't mad at you at all. I got to do some more research on my linebackers before I can fully talk about that. But we'll get into it. Ja'Kai Polite. It depends on how much you like him. He's a sack guy. I think he's a sack guy and nothing else but a sack guy. I think he kind of gets lost in the run game a bit. And that's standard. That's a thing, getting lost in the run game. I don't think Ja'Kai Polite wants to tackle people, but he wants to sack quarterbacks. It says he recorded 11 sacks for the Gators last season. Sure, he has some speed and some slipperiness. He can rush with a plan. I just want to see more consistent hands from him, and I want to see him do better versus the run. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So, Ja'Kai Polite to the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, I ain't trying to take them that high, but pass rushers are valuable. So, it just strikes me. It's kind of funny to me again that the Seahawks kind of act like they don't need offensive line help out here. That's all I'm saying, my guy. But maybe they go one in the second round. At least they got second and third round picks this year. DK Metcalf to the Ravens. I hope the Ravens hurry up and find a receiver that works for them because they've been drafting They've been mocked at receivers for years. Like every year we look at a Ravens mock, they always got a first round receiver we've been looking for. So I hope that they actually figure this thing out. Let's talk about the cornerback situation real fast, right? I think that the draft Illuminati has no earthly idea what to make of the cornerback situation. But the thing about it is that they're the draft Illuminati. And I think they're not allowed to say, yo, fam, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Todd McShay is allowed to come out and say, yo, fam, I don't know. You know? So if you think about the cornerbacks that come out in these mocks or whatnot, I've never seen Joejuan Williams' name before. And I know some names. You know what I mean? And I've never seen Joe. First of all, time out, y'all. Let me be funny for a minute. Let me be hilarious. Who the hell drafted my guy? Wait a minute. Where my guy at? Okay, the Buffalo Bills drafted Jawan Taylor. Okay, let me go back. Let me run back. The Houston Texans take Jawan Williams. I'm missing something. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me go. Jawan Taylor. Jawan Taylor. Let me run back to Jawan Williams. Okay. I never heard of Jawan Williams. I saw this mock and I had to write his name down. Because his name wasn't. I had no idea who Jawan Williams was. Didn't know he existed. You know what I mean? I know Greedy, Trayvon Mullen. I know guys like DeAndre Baker, Byron Murphy, Julian Love, Kendall Sheffield, Armani hard-ass last name from Penn State, Chris Boyd. Like, I know guys. Rocky Sin, Sheldon Redwine. Like, I know guys. Corey Ballantyne just had a great Senior Bowl. Marshall from USC. Like, I know guys. I never heard of no damn Jawan Taylor. I never heard of no damn Jawan Williams. So now I got to do some research and figure him out. I don't know. But that's strange, man. But I never heard of Jawan Williams. I just wish that the draft Illuminati say, "Hey, man, we have no idea what the hell is going on, but we'll have a better idea after the combine." I don't know. Maybe he likes him, but I don't know. Let's see. Let me get Jawan off the screen. Get Jawan off the screen. AJ Brown to the Raiders. I ain't mad at that. Whatever you want to do. You want to boost up your core or whatever, boost up your receiver core. Cool. Eagles draft Dexter Lawrence. I think late first is a bit early for Dexter Lawrence, but I still think there's a lot of 3 techs you can go with right now, but whatever. Ain't my business. Who cares? Trayvon Mullen is a name that I knew before. Jawan Williams. I definitely know Trayvon Mullen from Clemson, and seeing that guy fall to Indy, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting, but we'll see. Jerry Tillery. No, I skipped somebody. Josh Jacobs. So cool. If the Oakland Raiders take our pick and draft Josh Jacobs, I'm cool with that. I like Josh Jacobs, but man, I like Amari Cooper a little better. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what this comes down to, fine, my guy. But I think Josh Jacobs is a gangster though, and he might be the best running back on this team, in this draft. Even though he was the second guy on his team, I like Josh Jacobs, but we'll see. The closer we get to him, the closer we'll get to him. We'll figure this out. Jerry Tillery skipped the Senior Bowl because he didn't feel like going. That's a huge red flag to me. He wasn't hurt. He didn't have an obligation. His girlfriend wasn't pregnant. He just ain't feel like going. That's strange. Byron Murphy, cornerback to Kansas City. Hey, Kansas City need to draft everybody that play defense. All they picks, they just need to draft defense. Green Bay draft O'Shane Zimenez, the edge guy from obscure state. From Old Dominion. I feel you on that. I probably got. Let me watch O'Shane Zimenez one more time, because I was gonna make a video of him prior to the Senior Bowl, right? And then I watched a little bit of him, and he wasn't as good as I thought he was gonna be. So I was kind of upset. So I got to go back and take a look at him. But Hey man, y'all want O'Shea Zimenez right there? I ain't mad at you. He'll be the 7th edge guy taken off the board. So, hey man, edge guys ain't missing nothing here. Irv Smith to the Rams. Irv Smith got enough tight ends. Super Bowl stinker aside, the offense is outstanding. In addition to Irv Smith, they got Higbee and my mans. They got Higbee and Gerald Everett. They don't need another tight end in L.A. This man Todd McShay just be waking up in the morning and just pulling names out of half his mock drafts. Come on, man. The Rams don't need tight end help, man. They don't need tight end help, man. Come on, my guy. Go get somebody for that run defense. Come on, my guy. Whatever. And last but not least, Gerald Willis, who will help the damn Patriots out immensely. And look at the next comment. Thank you for posting this in the comments for us peasants who don't have $8 to pay a month for ESPN. What's his face? So whatever. That's the ting, man. That's the ting. So let's open up the chat box and see what y'all talking about. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to answer y'all questions for like 3 minutes. Then after that, we're going to leave from here. And we're going to go over to the premiere video. And we're going to watch damn Greg Little. That video is ready to go. Let me go back to OBS. Boom. And we'll just watch my little black screen and my damn screen thing go by. And, Yeah. Okay, cool. Video good to go. Video's good to go. Chat box, if y'all got questions, hit me up. Second round? Nah, Todd McShay didn't have a second rounder. Interested in seeing this Greg Little film session? Yeah, I had my own thoughts about Greg Little. I know coming in, he was a highly regarded, he was, talked about as being like a top 5 guy because that's what the draft Illuminati does when they don't know no better. They just take the edge guys and the quarterbacks and the offensive linemen and put them first. I watched a little more film. We'll see. We'll see. Your thoughts on Amani Hooker from Iowa? Too soon. I'll let you know in like March or something. Eddie Clemens with the SEAL team. Salute to you, sir. What's my favorite foods? Oh, man, I love tacos, bro. Very much a burger guy. Crunchy tacos at that. I'm very much a burger guy. And if I had a third. I like barbecue. So, yeah, tacos, burgers, barbecue. If they make a barbecue burger taco, get me out of here. Get me out the paint. Coach, different topic, but you excited to see the Bears next year? Absolutely, Stephen Benzie, because you are. Stephen Benzie, you ready to see the damn Bears? I'm ready to see them, too, because you my guy. You the homie. Had this stream on my laptop and your TJ Hawkinson video on the PS4. Love the content. Vice salute to you, animated dog fan. Boy, I'm so excited about TJ Hawkinson. Voch is the draft goat. Make sure y'all leave a like on this video. Hey, y'all, clap it up for my wife in the chat box, man. Nene in the chat box right now. Everybody drop clap emojis, or you can put like parentheses, applause or something. Just clap it up for my wife, Nene, for keeping the trolls out of my chat box, for keeping this thing clean up here. I saw Incognito up here as well. He's another one of my mods, man. He also keeps this thing clean, man. Salute to all my admins, man. What you think about Greg Little going to the Giants? I don't know. Eddie Clemens says, any update with you and Demetria Obalor? Nope. Demetria don't love me. Do you like TJ over Noah, his teammate? Absolutely. Noah's gonna run faster than everybody. Noah's gonna beat everybody in the foot race. Noah is gonna run past cornerbacks, but TJ is more complete. I'm actually gonna come out with a versus episode. It's not gonna necessarily be versus, but I just compare and contrast the both of them. Ravens and killing wide receivers name a more iconic duo. It ain't one. It ain't one. You know what I'm saying? Every wide receiver goes to the Ravens, man. We just, come on, man. I probably got another 60 more seconds with this thing. Then we're gonna run over to the other video. Thoughts on Charles Omenihu, D lineman from Texas? He had a pretty good Senior Bowl, ran over some people. You got to be a little more, a little more consistent. Cowboys and choking, put your ass in timeout. That's what you get. Penny Hart or Andy Isabella? I like Penny Hart, man. I like Penny Hart. Andy's probably going to run faster, but I think Penny's a little more explosive, if that makes sense. I think Penny's a better playmaker. He had a pretty damn good Senior Bowl too, so we'll cross that road. Hey man, thanks everybody for tuning in. Okay, we're gonna be doing these things, once or twice a week or so. We're gonna ramp this thing up or whatnot. The combine's gonna be early March, so I got a lot of time to get film out before then. Like I said, we're gonna be watching film on Greg Little. So over on my channel, it should be on your YouTube sub feed somewhere. Go over there and check out the Greg Little film session. We'll be breaking that down. Thank you for all your posts on Senior Bowl coverage. Helped me a lot with my evaluation. Got an all 22 Senior Bowl team article coming. Cool. Matt Sappho, find me on Twitter and send me that link. I'll read it, fam. All right, with that being said, man, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski. Leave a like on this thing. Hey, man, appreciate y'all. Salute. Peace.